Oh, there we go. Sorry, guys. Just a stupid bloody camera wasn't working. There we go. Holy shit. Where do I begin tonight? Goodness me. Friday night upsets should be the title of this video. Goodness me. Sharks 44, Titans 0. What the hell was that from the Titans? Playing for their season on the line and got absolutely smoked at home by the Sharks. Unbelievable. And then Eels and the Panthers at Combank. Panthers were down 34-20 with about 7 or 8 minutes to go. Panthers somehow score 3 tries in the space of 5 minutes and they win the game 36-34. I am gobsmacked of what I saw tonight. First of all, did anybody see the Sharks winning 44-0 coming? I thought I was doing a bloody simulator on Rugby Live 4. I couldn't believe it. I was like, are you serious? The team that has been in better form than the team in the top four, who are $1.50 favourites to win tonight, got absolutely smoked by the Sharks, 44-0. Now, I know the Sharks are in the top four, but they've been treading water for a number of weeks. So I was very surprised by the outcome of that one. And then Parramatta. Everyone's laughing at them right now. Everyone is laughing at Parramatta. How do you lead 34-20 with 7 minutes to go and get beat? I don't know how it happens. I generally don't know. It's almost as bad as the grand final last year. But that's the grand final. That's a different story. But my God, guys, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to like the stream, subscribe to the channel. If you're a regular viewer and you're here, thank you very much for tuning in once again. I appreciate your time as always. Wow. I've only got one tip right this weekend, and it was last night. It was Melbourne, and that wasn't even convincing if you watched the game. Hello to the live chat. We got Jeffrey, we got Abraha, we got Viking Axe, we got Jimmy, Will, Tom Mitchell. Hello, Tom. We got one of the OGs in the chat, one of the goats on YouTube when it comes to rugby league content. Paddy G. Hello, Paddy. Hope you're well, my brother. Good luck to Manly tomorrow. I expect them to beat the Raiders. Hello to Will Pearson, Jason Reader, SS Storm fan. Everyone that's rolling in, I hope you're good. Hosea, shout out to New Zealand. I think it's like 12:13 in the morning over there. Shout out to the New Zealand followers. Jason Reader, Hosea, I'm looking at you, lads. Luke Melbourne Storm fan has just arrived. G'day, Luke. Now, first thing I want to say, next week, right, next Thursday night, we've got the Panthers versus Storm in Penrith Thursday night. That is going to be an absolute cracker. Now, I know we've had a few really flat Thursday night games the last couple of weeks, but Penrith versus Melbourne next week, first versus second, is absolute must-see television, folks. Let me tell you, you're going to want to watch it. You're going to want to tune in. It's going to be an absolute belter. Now, it doesn't matter what happens with the ladder for the rest of the weekend. We are guaranteed to see Panthers Storm first against second next week. Now, Melbourne, they go to 36 points, and I believe Penrith go to 34, if I'm not mistaken. So I think if Penrith win, they'll actually be on top. And if Melbourne win, well, they'll be two games clear, and they'll probably wrap up the minor premiership. So if Melbourne win next week, minor premiership's probably theirs. If Penrith win, it's going to be a for and against battle, and how both sides do over the coming weeks before finals. So I'm intrigued. I think that'll be the top two, unless one of them just drop games in the Roosters somehow. Melbourne on 38, are they? Why does it say 36 on the NRL app? What have we got here? We got some fake news. Let me get my phone out. But yeah, guys, Parramatta, I can't believe I lost. Says here that Melbourne are on 36. So I'm just going to go on to Instagram, because Instagram always updates the ladder correctly. The ladder always there's always bullshit when it comes to the ladder. So let me have a look here. Where is it? NRL ladder. Oh, here we go. Okay, so Melbourne go to 38 and Penrith will go to 36. Okay, I've got that sorted. Melbourne on 38 points, Penrith on 36. If Melbourne win next week, they'll be 2 games clear. If Penrith win next week, they'll actually overtake Melbourne because of their better for and against. So, big stuff next week. Important stuff. Really looking forward to next week. But let's talk about tonight. And, oh boy, I don't know how. I can't believe what happened tonight. I'm actually shocked. Absolutely stunned by the results of tonight. Now, we're going to go back to the Titans and Sharks game. And look, I know the Gold Coast are not your typical finals team. They're not a consistent finals team. They pop up every couple of years because they're usually a team that'll finish between 10th and 14th, or they'll be even lower than that. But I can't believe I actually picked them to win. And I could be wrong in saying this, but I swear every content creator went the Titans. Only a handful would have went to the Sharks. Literally every tipping video I watched through the week, every single one that I watched this week were on the Titans. I don't recall anybody tipping the Sharks. Apologies about the bloody blur. What we got going on here? Internet playing up. I don't think anybody had the Titans, had the Sharks winning tonight. But for them to go up to the Gold Coast and win 44-0 is just incredible. The Titans last week, obviously, they had a slow first half against the Broncos, but they were up for that game. And they ran over them, like 46-18 or whatever the final score ended up being in the end. But for them to get pumped like that, I think they had 1 or 2 sin bins, which wasn't ideal. The Fodawaker one, it was the right decision. Direct shoulder contact to the head. He was always going to go to the bin. Few people DM me saying send off. I'm like, no. It wasn't like a Justin Olam. It wasn't like a Joseph Suoliti from Origin. It was nothing like that. He just went for a big shot and it sort of, he could have pulled out of it, but he sort of committed to it and went whack. Oh, he's gone. It wasn't one of those ones where it was like an intentional big hit to the head where it was like running out of the line. It was just one of those ones where he could have pulled out of it, but he sort of, is in the bin. It's not a send-off. That one was a bin. A bit like Hargraves the other week against the Dragons, where he got binned. It was similar to that, I reckon. I don't like comparing them because they're all different and they all have their moments. They all have their ways about it. But I think sin bin for Fodawaker was correct. I don't think send off was anything else. But I can't believe the Titans tonight, man. Like they had some good opportunities. When they were down 18-0, they could have got it back to 18-4. Jaden Campbell was denied a try because Katoa got to the ball first. But this result shocked me. If the Sharks had a won, say by 10 or 12, I would have said, yeah, I could say that. But 44-0. The Titans were in front of their home fans on the Gold Coast, playing for their season. They were 2 games out of the 8 going into it, so they were outside chance of playing finals. Unlikely to happen, but they had a little bit of hope. So it's one of those things where I just got to put this guy on timeout. I'm not gonna cop that. That's ridiculous. See ya, bud. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. But for them to be at home in front of their home faithful, I don't know what the crowd number was. It didn't look that great on TV, but they got smoked. Absolutely smoked. If you're a Titans fan, you would be embarrassed by what happened tonight. You'd be confident going into it. You'd be thinking, all right, we got an outside chance of finals. Just got to keep winning games. They got destroyed. And credit to the Sharks. Credit to the Sharks. Blake Brayley at halfback. I didn't rate it all week. They had Will Kennedy, who was doing those sweep plays and playing a lot of first receiver. He looked outstanding. Will Kennedy, I thought he had a very good game. Kayla Iro on that left edge looked really good. And look, man, I don't want to be too negative on AJ Brimson because it was his first game back, but putting him in the centers, we've seen that experiment already, and it just hasn't worked out. So they got to find a way to fit AJ, Kinney, Campbell all in the same team. And look, as tough as it might sound for the Titans, I don't think the Gold Coast can keep all three. Campbell, Kinney, Brimson. You gotta start one. You probably gotta release one because you can't the Gold Coast can't fit them all in. It's not going to happen. You can't play Brimson at centre. It's not going to work. Campbell at 6 is good. Personally, this is just my opinion. The Titans look better with Kenny at 1, Campbell at 6, and 4 and at 7. Brimson, I don't know. I know he's played Origin. I know he's a solid player on his day, but I think Brimson just has to go play Jersey 14 or he's just may have to move on because you can't fit them all in. And if you watch the Titans this year, they look better with Kenny at fullback. They really do. And he's their future, in my opinion. So, tough one for the Titans. They would be disgusted and embarrassed with that. As for the Sharks, well done. Well done to the Sharks. Daniel Atkinson, I thought he played outstanding. He had a great game tonight. I thought Will Kennedy, I thought Kayla Iro were good. I thought Tom Hazelton off the bench did some great things. Royce Hunt was great. Wasn't a fan of Kafusi and Rudolph starting again, but they did a great job. Toby Rudolph with the first try of the game. I don't know anyone who would have predicted that. Then you had, your Nakora's running some good lines. Talakai looked dangerous on that left edge. Jack Williams off the bench, bringing some impact. Sharks have been treading water for 3 or 4 weeks or whatever. It might even be longer, but that's a big win for them tonight. Gets that for and against stuff, and they stay in the top 4. So, really big win for the Sharks. We'll see how they go next week. They got the Knights at home, a game they should win. You'd expect them to win, but we'll have to wait and see what happens next week. Sharks too good. The tries from the contest, though. Let me give you the tries. I was meant to do this at the start, but I'll tell you who scored tonight in the Gold Coast Cronulla game in case you missed it. Tries 2. Rudolph. Stone Street got 2. Ramian Hazelton, Talakai, Nakora, and Jack Williams all scoring tries tonight. 8 tries to 0. Sharks too good for the desperate Titans. Way too good. And let's get into the final game now. And my God, Parramatta versus Penrith. What the hell? What the hell happened here, man? This is one of the craziest Battle of the West games I've ever seen. We go back to last year. I think it was round 4. Or was it? Yeah, was it last year, round 4? Cleary's 2-point field goal to get it to go on point. For Moses to get the field goal, that was incredible. You had the Eels ambush him, I think it was second last round out at Penrith. I could not believe what I was watching. Parramatta looked fantastic, man. They had a great win over the Warriors in New Zealand last week. They played some great footy over there, and they got it done. But tonight, they led 34-20 with about 7 minutes to go. And they somehow get beat 3 tries in like 5 minutes. And they lose 36-34. If you're a Parramatta fan, you would be angry. You'd be disgusted. You'd be really upset. And I don't blame you if you're upset because to lead by 14 with less than 10 minutes to go, the game should be over. So it's tough. It's a tough gig. The NRL is a tough game, and when you play the Panthers and you're leading that game, you need to do everything in your power to finish it off. And I think there was a penalty goal that Parramatta went for, and I think it killed the momentum. Let me tell you what part of the game that was. It was towards the end. Where was it? 34. Where is it? Oh, yeah, let me find it. Yeah, this part of the game here. Now, it was 26-14 at one point, and the Eels, Liam Martin got sin binned. Liam Martin went to the bin, and then obviously Parramatta went for goal. They made it 28-14. I understand why you'd go for goal to make it a 14-point lead. I totally understand that. But this is the thing that shits me off a lot. And I say this all the time when I'm watching it with my brother or I'm watching it with my mum and dad. When you're leading a game of football and a player gets sin binned, I hate the idea of teams going for goal. Why would you take the 2 points? You're giving that other team a 1 minute on the clock. Well, it's fitting on 12 for 10 minutes. You're giving them another minute with a man down. Just tap the ball and go for the goddamn try. No one cares about your stupid 2-point penalty goal because we've seen it so many times. You take the penalty goal, teams lose. It happens all the time. Go for the fucking try. Earlier this year, I was at the Roosters versus Cowboys game, and I think it was 14-4 Roosters. And then the Roosters went for, I think one of our players got sin bin, and the Roosters went for 2, make it 16-4. 5 minutes later, we score a try, it's 16-10. And all of a sudden, the Roosters are all going, why the hell do we go for the penalty goal when it was 13-12 for 10 minutes? You give the opposition an opportunity to waste about a minute on the clock with the penalty kick and the kickoff and all that. Just go for the goddamn try. Go for the kill. Finish them off. If I'm coaching and a player gets sin bin, I'm telling the team, don't you dare go for goal. Tap and go. It's 13 on 12 for 10 minutes. Don't give them a minute to rest and get ready and defend. Fuck the penalty goal. Go for the try. It just drives me mad, man. And every time it happens, I don't know if there's a stat around it, but I'm telling you, teams lose after this. It happens all the time. Teams get beaten. Teams do get beaten. Now, if you are the team that are down to 12 men and you're up against 13 men because you got a player in the bin and you get a chance to go for goal, then okay, yeah, you take the goal because you waste time on the clock and you get the ball back. But it frustrates me so much. It literally frustrates me. Going from a 12-point lead to a 14-point lead might give you a little bit of security, but it does fuck all. It doesn't do anything because momentum in the NRL at the moment is so hard to run down. It's so hard to stop. Look at this. 34-20. And then there's a try from Penrith. 73rd minute? It's an 8-point game. Then they score again 2 minutes later. And then Tago, next set after they scored? 36-34. What the hell? What the hell happened there? I don't know, man. Penrith just keep doing what they're doing. They find a way to win. Happens all the goddamn time. And if you want to win the comp, you're going to have to go through Penrith. So every team that's in the top 8, yes, you might be able to avoid Penrith if you end up on the other side of the draw and you play Melbourne maybe in a prelim. You might get lucky there and you avoid Penrith. But who the hell is going to beat Penrith in a big game, man? Because, look, man, as unconvincing as the Panthers have been the last 2 weeks, they are the team to beat, man. I don't care if Melbourne are first on the ladder. I don't care if the Roosters are in third. The Panthers are the premiership favourites. It's their comp to lose. And they're my pick at the moment. Obviously, I'm a Cowboy supporter. I'm going to tip the Cowboys. I'm going to back them all the way. But my unbiased selection, Penrith are going to do a four. They're going to do a four-peat. The Panthers are going to do a four-peat. If you want to win the comp, you're going to have to go through them. It's as simple as that. Now, the tries from this game, you had Taruva get. How many tries did Taruva score tonight? Taruva got 2. Toto got 2. Tago got 2. Far out, that's incredible. And for Penrith, Talangi got 1. Tago got 1. Russell got 1, Penasini got 1, and Gutherson got 2. Every winger scored a try tonight, so not bad there. Not bad there. Nicky, if Broncos lose against your Cowboys, are they out of finals? They already are out of finals, bro. Broncos are gone, bro. They were gone weeks ago, to be honest. Mathematically, technically, there's some bullshit stat that they can still make the finals on teams losing and stuff, but we all know it's not going to happen. The Cowboys are going to put the Broncos out of their misery tomorrow night, so be prepared for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. But I just can't believe what happened in this Eels-Panthers game, man. Like, I'm still surprised. Like, it shouldn't surprise anyone that the Panthers always come back and they find a way to win these games, but they just do it on a consistent basis. The Dolphins game a couple of weeks ago, they were down by 14 with, 18 to go, and they came back. It's just, I don't know how they do it. I really don't know. Nathan Cleary, he just seems to know how to do it, and their outside backs, your Brian To'os, best winger in the comp for a reason. And then everyone else, they all do their job. All right, that's going to wrap things up, I reckon. My player of the game from both games. So, Titans Sharks player of the game, I'm going to give it to Daniel Atkinson. Thought he was outstanding. And in the Eels and Panthers game, I almost want to give it to an Eel because I feel sorry for him. But I'm going to go Isaac Tago, man. I thought he was very good tonight. And Isaac Tago is my player of the game, man. He was great. But fellas and ladies and gentlemen, that's where the review is going to come to an end. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel, guys. I'll be live tomorrow after the Raiders and Manly game. We're going to do a quick review on that one when that wraps up tomorrow. So Raiders Manly review tomorrow, like 4:50 or whatever time I got it set up for. But thanks for watching, guys. Enjoy your night, and I'll see you tomorrow. How good is rugby league at the moment, man? How good is footy?